Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back, everybody. This is something that challenges some of us and can truly be a challenge for even cosmetic reasons. It's something that affects the skin, vitiligo. And as I'm surprised every time I get together with her as a Chinese medicine expert, she's also our professional of the year, practices herbal medicine as well, and acupuncture. It can help you with that skin condition. I'm blown away. I don't even know how this works, but we're going to find out. She's based out of New York City. She is Dr. Kelly back on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. So before we even get into how acupuncture can support this condition, can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, in general, vitiligo is like people losing their, pigment in some of their area in the skin or even in the hair. So they may have, the red patches, especially like around the mouth or around the eye or, on the elbow or wrist. Some even have red hair.
Mm.
It's kind of like bothering people because, uh, in general, it looks, kind of like a little bit, strange to some people. People may have like lose confidence. They don't feel encouragement to go to public, social stuff. And it is autoimmune disease. So any autoimmune disease is pretty hard to treat. So it's very difficult. Um, but Chinese medicine have a different definition with Western medicine. So we treat, in a different way.
Mm. If I'm remembering correctly, that this condition affects the immune system, which then affects the melanin in your skin, and that's where the change in pigment comes from. Am I getting that right?
Yes, you are right. Yeah, melanocyte actually is a cell to secrete the pigment, but because the immune system attacking it, so they kind of like either lose their function or their function got damaged. So people can like don't have enough pigment in their body, so then on their skin they have the red patches. Um, yes, so you are right.
And want to add in here, can't ignore it, Michael Jackson. God bless you. As I remember, he had this condition to some degree as well, where it affected the pigment in his skin. How does acupuncture help with this, and what can it do? Can it bring back some of the color? Can it stop the further progression of the immune system mistakenly attacking the pigment in our skin?
Good question. So how acupuncture treat? Um, in Chinese medicine, we talk about a lot about liver qi stagnation. So actually for this, both Western medicine and Chinese medicine share on this point. We both think stress can cause vitiligo. So people, when they're in a very stressed situation, it may getting worse. So if they're like relaxed, not so stressful, it can getting better. So one of the pattern of the vitiligo in Chinese medicine is liver qi stagnation. So, Chinese medicine, we can use acupuncture, we can use herbs, to soothe the liver. So make the liver qi, more smooth, more moving. When your liver qi not stagnant, then the condition will get better.
What are some of the things that people with this condition who you treated have told you? What has changed for them after having some acupuncture for it?
So usually, I mean, like a lot of people when they face to this situation, they usually go to Western medicine. Western medicine, um, you know, it could help or could, not help that much. But a lot of Western medicine also have the side effect the patient may don't like. So mainly we want to have a more holistic treatment. So which means, for example, when pe another pattern of the vertigo, it can be people the kidney deficient, could be the liver blood deficient. In that way, they also may have like red hair because the we in Chinese medicine we say how strong your kidney is can reflect about like how good your hair is, the color, the shining. So in that way, people may also have lower back pain. So so in Chinese medicine, we all treat the root. We go to tonify the kidney. When the patient's kidney strong enough, then they can make, enough blood. They can make their bones stronger enough. They may like, relieve the lower back pain. Their hair may look shiny, have more hair. So a lot of patients like that.
Hmm. Now I have to imagine, since it is targeting the immune system in our bodies when you do acupuncture for this, that there's some other benefits that may come from it. Is that possibly true?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, people come to me, doesn't matter, they come to me just for like pain, like lower back pain, or people come to me for like digestion problem. So in general, I will have some point to strengthen the immune system. So in that way, the whole body will getting stronger. So they may used to like get cold very easily.
Ah.
After some time, we may like, oh, I didn't even get a flu. So yes, their immune system getting stronger. In that way, it's more balanced. Their body in balance, then it's not gonna happen about the your own system attack yourself.
Have you had people you've worked with through acupuncture for vitiligo tell you that their pigments has changed or the color has come back?
Yes, but it's not gonna be happen right away. It does take some time, and also Chinese medicine is what I love about it. We do talk about, the whole, like about your diet, right? About your emotion, about your sleep. So if a patient like to stay late, they don't want to go to sleep even after 11 p.m.,
Mm.
then it's very hard for me to help them. But if they listen, yes, it's more faster.
We've mentioned that before, but let's circle back to that. You can do your thing. You can help somebody with Chinese medicine, acupuncture and such, but we have to do our part. What are some of those things, reminders, like going to bed by 11 p.m.? This is not just, Dr. Kelly throwing a number out there when you should go to bed. This is scientifically proven. And let's go back over that and tell us why. And what are some of the other things that we should do um, to set the stage for acupuncture to give us the best benefit?
I really like the question you mentioned. Yeah, so I do my part. I do acupuncture on you. I can give you herb, but you need to do your part. For example, go to sleep no later than 11. Why? You ask the question, why we should go to sleep no later than 11? Because all our organs have their own time,
Mm.
to function and to rejuvenate. So, for example, liver's time is 11 to 1 a.m. So by that way, you should go to sleep or you should already fall in sleep by that time. So your liver can detoxify, can, get rid of toxin in your body, can rejuvenate the blood. So in that way, your liver qi will be smooth. If like 11 to 1, you're still stay late, you're still like active, doesn't matter, you're, checking your phone or you're watching a movie. So your organ, your liver is not got rest. It's not functioning to detox your body. So a lot of toxin in your body, in your blood, is still in your body. It didn't get out. In that way, people may have depression, people may have like you know um a lot of emotion problem, easily get angry. In that way, so your eye may even get like a very hurting, like a sore and even painful, because in Chinese medicine every organ actually kind of like control each orifice, like eye for liver, like ear, kidney. So that's why I said go to sleep no later than 11. There is a reason. Actually, I think several years ago, there is one of the Harvard professor, I think, um, he did some research and he won Nobel Prize because he found out sleep is so important, especially during night sleep. If you sleep in the daytime, it's different.
Mm.
So, so it doesn't matter Western medicine or Chinese medicine, we both agree actually sleep at night is very, very important to people.
So I want to make sure I heard this right, that different organs in our body need sleep. I mean, our whole body needs essential quality sleep to regenerate and renew and all of that. But am I hearing that the spleen, the liver, they have different times that they need sleep, if you will, so that they can be at their peak, or is it everything after 11 p.m. or are there certain times for
Yes, you're right.
each individual organ?
Yes, every organ like 12 to 1, that's the gallbladder. So gallbladder and the liver, actually in Chinese medicine, they are like yin yang pair. Like they are like a pair. One is more yin, one is more yang, but
Hmm.
they work together. Like even in Western medicine, gallbladder and liver, they work very closely, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so the same thing. That's why actually people who like to stay late, they usually very hard to make a decision. Why? Because your gallbladder is very weak. Like a gallbladder is the one make help you to make a decision. Do I change the job? Do I like move to another city? But when you stay late, your gallbladder is just like not very strong. You just cannot make that decision. You're like, no, if I move to another city, there's gonna be a lot of challenge. If I change a job, I have to start from the zero. But people who are like very healthy, they can make a decision very quickly. Oh, yes, move to another city, there is risk, but I have a better opportunity, so I will move. They can make a decision much quicker. So our health really like also, determine our personality. And our personality actually, can decide a lot of very important things, our opportunity in our life, how succeed you are.
What about somebody now? When we talk about 11 p.m., midnight, get to bed, that's for the average schedule. What if you've got somebody that works different hours? Or let's say they work overnight. Now they have to sleep during the day. Does the body acclimate to that at some point?
It is very hard actually. I do know some, for example, some TV host. They some TV hosts actually I think one is because the work stress is pretty big. Two is could be also according to their personality or according to their health actually. So they don't sleep at night, they sleep in the daytime. But this kind of person usually have very big depression, like very, very common. So I don't think you sleep in the daytime is equal to you sleep at night. No. And also I have a patient who like work at night, you can tell they look much older than their age. It's very obvious. So our body really compress a lot if you don't sleep at night. Um, Especially for women who want to have a baby, if you are night shift, like a nurse working in the hospital, if you want to have a baby, you had better change your shift to daytime because the body just cannot, like, according to your scheduling, the body say, I change. It's very hard.
To back up what you just said, I spent decades, many, doing morning radio, many, like a lot of years, getting up at 3:30 a.m. every day. And there was a point, and this is in the last, I want to say 12 years, and I'm off that schedule, have been for quite some time now, but about 12 years ago or so, the stress, all of that, not enough sleep. I'd come home, I take a nap, but it's just not the same schedules and everything. I gave myself an ulcer from that schedule. And I made a promise to myself once I left that in the past, I will never cheat myself out of sleep ever. Even if something is going on and I have to wake up early, it's like, I'm not really sure I want to do that. I'm very aware of the importance of sleep now. And it's got to be a really good reason for me not to get at least 7 hours of sleep. I'm seriously meaning that. And I feel so much better. It's made a huge difference in my life, being intentional, making sure the sleep is there. Yeah, sometimes I'll scroll on my phone before bed, but at a certain time, I'm looking at the clock. Nope, that's it. Got to go to bed. I feel that once you get on the habit of doing that and you set that time, so many people set a clock to wake up. How about set one to go to sleep, to remind you, oh, it's 11 o'clock, time for you to go to bed. Once you get in the habit of that, you just normally get tired around 11 o'clock. But so many of us have crazy schedules and we get off of that. But would you say that sleep, if there's 3 things that you can do in your life that can radically change your life for the better, 3 things, would one of them be sleep?
Yeah, sleep is the top one.
Okay.
And food is a second, I would say. Sleep, food. The other, I would say, like emotion management, try to relax, and of course, a little bit of movement because nowadays a lot of people just sitting in front of the computer for like 8 hours or even longer.
Yep.
It's very bad for people. I have so many people coming in, have the pain because they sit in front of the computer whole day.
Sure. I'm hearing this phrase that sitting is the new smoking in terms of how it's impacting your health. So yes, on that. And movement. You mentioned movement. I always thought that we needed to go to the gym, to move your body. Of course, it's important. Physical activity, important. But I also learned that you're moving the energy within your body. You always need to keep that, call it chi. The energy needs to keep moving, even like you talk about some of the physical issues we have, and it comes back to stagnation within our blood because we're not moving. We got to keep moving. Movement is very important, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I agree with you. You don't have to go to gym. I don't have any time to go to gym. I just have a yoga mat, do some stretch, sit up, push up, or do some squats. Just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. That make a big difference. And also, if you don't have to take the train or drive, walk. Walk also very good. If you can walk every day for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's pretty good. So don't think, oh, I have to go to gym. No, 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 no.
Just move. So I want to ask you that question. Don't take let's say, mass transit. If you can walk, if you can get that done, fantastic. But you've said before that we should stay warm as much as possible, not hot, but warm in terms of Chinese medicine. Let's say you're in New York. Let's say the temperature is 15 degrees outside, but you want to walk and get exercise. But now you're out in the cold, which could be counterproductive in terms of Chinese medicine. What's the answer? Is it just bundle up as much as possible?
No, I would say if really cold, I don't encourage people go outside in a very cold weather because the cold can really get into your body, make you have the pain. And you can do it even inside, just walk around doing
Sure.
some yoga at home. And also you mentioned one good thing about the movement, actually the energy movement in your body. You can just very simply do some meditation in that way, although you are sitting or you are lying down or whatever position you are, but your energy is still moving in your body because when you do meditation, there is a way how to breathe. You breathe in from one point, breathe out from one point. So your energy actually moving. So it's not like you have to physically move. Yeah, physically move also important, but the movement of the qi is also very important.
Hmm. I never thought of it that way. Even energetically, thinking about movement can create that movement within your body. Energetically, that's what I'm speaking about here.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're on the same page. Actually, I do encourage people do some meditation. Meditation is very, very good to people because I have patients who are super busy, like hey, I'm like, you are pretty successful. You have a beautiful family, smart kids, your career is successful. But hey, she has like so many problems. I'm like, what you are stressed about? Like, why you're so anxious? She's like, I have too many things to take care of, to care about. Like, for example, like my daughter, for example, this and that. I'm like, you don't know sometimes you need to just empty your brain. Just don't think about anything.
Yes.
We
Yes.
all need a little moment to really just don't think about anything, but your chi is still moving. In that way, your brain is not active, but the chi is moving. In that way, you actually can have a better idea than you just try so hard to think or to do things. So try the meditation. It doesn't have to be a long time. It doesn't have to be like sitting or lying down or whatever, or doesn't
Yep.
have to be at home. You can do it anywhere.
Thank you for saying that. And we don't know that until we know that. And I tell you now, in my world, last number of years, finally realized what that is like and why that sit in silence. Now I crave it. Now I look forward to it. People like, well, I got to be on a plane for 3 hours. Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much. This is a wonderful opportunity. I just sit there. I have noise canceling headphones, so I block out the noise of the plane and sit in silence. And it is so wonderful. Just like clearing your mind and just, you don't know, try it. That's all I'm going to say. I know it sounds crazy. How can I make a difference? Just, clearing your mind and don't think about anything and be in silence. It makes a huge difference. It really does. As does acupuncture. Kelly121acupuncture.com. Best way to reach you in New York City, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I know that there's some things that you can do on a virtual level as well. Thanks you for bringing all of this to our attention today. I know we started with a skin condition, but got us to some of the fundamentals of Chinese medicine. And I appreciate that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Steve.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.